name is Craig, you're watching Leaf Life Bushcraft, and today I'm just doing a quick update to my channel and just obviously bringing a few points that I've come across in the last week or so. First of all, probably the most important point that I want to get across to you guys is about 2 or 3 days ago I got a PM from a nice lady in Ireland called Di at Jelly Aid channel, basically highlighting the point to me that the Irish government is considering at the moment to sell a large portion, if not all, of the government-owned woodland to private investors, to international investors. The Chinese are looking at buying some of the woodland, and also the Swiss International Forestry Fund. They're also looking at purchasing some of the Irish woodland. Now, it's plain to see that this is obviously the wrong move, a wrong idea for selling any woodland to investors, especially when they're not even Irish investors, they're international investors. Is a bad thing. The only reason that they're in business really is to make money. They're not there to, to look after and manage the forest for the better good of the Irish people. It is solely down to money. So again, with mistakes, British woodland that have been sold off just for harvesting unnatural trees, just for the timber, it is, does a lot of damage to the environment, whether it's wildlife or something like that. So again, it doesn't take a lot of explaining for me to realise that this move from the Irish government is the wrong move and a bad move. So what my point is today really is a call of arms for you guys out there. If you could basically go onto the description box below and click on the link of the Save the Irish Woodland petition and sign up for it, that would be doing me a favour, personal favour to myself. But really what I want to do as well is ask any of you guys that have got channels out there to maybe do a little video on it, or mention it in one of your videos and put a link at the bottom in the description box of your videos, so that all your subscribers can obviously do the same. If we can get this to everybody we possibly can, and get them to sign up to this petition, it literally takes 2 minutes. Like I said, there's a link in at the bottom. Please do, and let's get the Irish government, thinking that this is definitely not the right way to go anyway. So please, could you do that for me? And again, it's a worthwhile cause, and it takes 2 minutes of your time. So just moving on, I've been watching a guy called KeV Outdoors, and his channel is an unbelievable channel. It really is. The amount of information he's got on there, the amount of information that this guy holds, is second to none. It really is. But I was watching one of his videos on casting natural candles, beeswax candles, and one of the things he wanted to do was cast in a natural cast. But unfortunately he picked upon a species that most of us would be familiar with. If we're not, then we need to familiarise ourselves with it for definite. He got a bit of Japanese knotweed. If you know of Japanese knotweed, it takes no explanation whatsoever on how bad it is. If you're not clued up on Japanese knotweed, then please take the time after this video and just basically Google it, YouTube it, and it'll you'll find out on it. It is probably the most invasive species in the world. But yeah, he was using Japanese knotweed, and to cut a long story short, you can get fined up to £5,000. In fact, I think it's unlimited depending on the size of the company. So if Barrett's or Persimmon came in and built on a big site, and they didn't clear, or they got seen to spread the root, any part of the root, any part of the stem, leaf or seed, which then can lead to the plant taking hold somewhere else, then they can get fined a great deal. This also applies to us in person. So if you're walking through the woods and you pick a flower of it and then you plant that in your garden, not only will that incur a lot of cost to yourself to remove it, because you've got to, for scenario's sake, you've got to dig 3 meters down, a meter all the way around, and incinerate that soil, replace it with fresh soil, this, that and the other. That's a big cost to yourself. You could also run the risk of getting fined. So stay away from it. In most counties and most councils actually want to know where it is. So if you spy upon Japanese knotweed, the best thing to do is tell your local council, I've seen Japanese knotweed, whether it's in a public place, whether it's in a private person's garden or whatever. You need to really inform the right authorities too. Stories in the past where there was a landscaper who got fined £5,000 for just strimming a patch of Japanese knotweed because he was dispersing it over a wide area. So my advice to you is keep well clear of it. Also inform yourself on it. If you don't know a lot about Japanese knotweed, go out there and find out what the plant looks like, when it's in seed, as much as you can about it. Going back on to KeV Outdoors, once he was informed about this, he promptly took the video down, which Kev, I really do feel bad about. It's not something that I wanted, but at the end of the day, you know, it's not something that we can do that's openly go and tell people to cut Japanese knotweed. So he did the right thing, he took the video down, and then he did a follow-up video. Again, you can't ask for anything more. He's very responsible on his channel, for obviously for taking it down. The way he took it, you know, it was the first time I made contact with Kev, and you know, he took it right, and there was no animosity to that, and you know, so really, you can't ask for anything more. So you did the right thing without obviously sounding too patronising, but yeah, so 2 big thumbs up for Kev for doing that. But yeah, like I said, if you don't know anything about Japanese knotweed, please go and find out about it. It's something that is a big problem in the UK, and honestly, when you find out about Japanese knotweed, you'll realise that the problem is not getting any better, and we need to do everything we can to eradicate that nasty plant from the British Isles. So again, moving on, I just wanted to say, because I don't think I say it enough, about a big thank you out there to all my subscribers. You guys are the reason why I'm actually doing the channel. You know, I've said it before, but it can make my day just by some of the comments and the support that you guys give me. It really does, and like I say, it blows me away someday. I'm not a guy that ends up becoming speechless, but whenever I get onto this topic about the subscribers, I just don't know what to say, because again, it overwhelms me so much on just the community spirit that YouTube on the bushcraft side of things has got. And I've got a little competition going at the minute, but really, you know, if I had the money or I had the funds, I would you know, get a lot more than what I've got, really, because I mean, it's just a drop in the ocean to the thanks that really I want to give to you guys just for subbing me and watching my channel. So yeah, like I said, I've got a competition going at the minute. Just a quick update on that. I am going to do an update on the channel, sorry, on the competition, and do a little video on that. But one of the things that I wanted to just to bring up on the competition, I've been having a chat with a few people, and what's come up is the one thing I don't want to do is have somebody win the VR competition and then also win the comments competition. So what I'm proposing on doing is, if you put a VR in, I'm going to remove your entry for the comments competition as well. I hope you realise that's fair, because I think it is, because again, the reason why I did the comment side of the competition is because I do realise that there's people out there that just can't do VRs, and that, you know, I want everybody to be involved in the competition, because, you know, I've got a lot of subscribers out there that can't put videos on YouTube, and you know, I want to thank them as well. So if you have put a VR in, the short of it is that I will be taking you out of the comments one, but with the VR prize being a lot more than the comments one, I hope you don't take too much offence by that. And then also, just to let you know that, you know, to remind you that the closing date for that is the last day of April. And on the comments video, you see that I've not replied to anybody on there. And the reason being is I want to leave that free of my comment, so that I can write down exactly who, as you can see there, exactly who has put a comment down, because I know YouTube sometimes makes the comments disappear off the page. So what I've been doing is every time I've seen a comment on the page, I've been jotting it down in my book. So the last thing I want to do is reply to everybody's comment, you know, yes, you're in the comments competition, this, that and the other. If you have left a comment on that video, regardless whether it says yes, I want to be in it or not, I am taking that as you want to be in that comments competition. But like I say, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the 10 people that have left VRs, you will be taken out of the comments one. Now, one of the things I wanted to do with, to try and do with this competition, was to get people putting in videos that have never put in a video before. And I'm glad to say that I've had two people that have never put a video in before that have put the first video on YouTube as a video response, and that is UKBushcrafter and also QuietBurst71. Again, I'll put a link at the bottom. Also, I'll put a link of KeV Outdoors page. If you could go and have a look at them, if you like them, then please show them your support and subscribe them. I know QuietBur has put a second and third video on his page, so obviously that's getting the snowball effect rolling, and hopefully you know, he won't stop and he'll just continue to post videos. What he has put up on there is good quality, and it's you know, definitely worth a watch for you guys to go over there and just check out his channel. But yeah, it makes me feel good inside knowing that it was my competition that inspired him and UKBushcrafter to get going on that, and 2 thumbs up. So just to let you know that them UKBushcrafter and QuietBur will have 2 entries into the VR competition. So as such, as of the 18th of April, we have got 14 entries into the competition, into the VR competition. So if you are thinking about putting a VR entry in, then you know, you've got just over a week or so. I think it's a week on Friday, something like that, to get your VR into there. So just to let you know on some of the videos that are going to be coming up, like I said, I'm going to do a comp update. I'm also going to do a 5 over and 5 under, for basically just to kind of show you what I'm watching and give you some support, especially for the 5 under and that. I'm also going to do a quick video on my burl bowl. Some of you might have seen this if you watched the whittling a spoon video right at the end on part 2. I just basically quickly show you this. I have been doing it for over a year now, just a bit here, a bit there. It is extremely hard to carve with a cook knife anything out of that, so it has taken me a while, and it certainly got this muscle a lot bigger by carving out. But you would have seen that it still had all its bark on last time, so I'm nearly due to finish that. Unfortunately, unlike my Culster video, I've not taken stills all the way through, so that's why I think I'm just going to do like a little video, close-up video on that bowl, because I am quite proud of that. It has taken me quite a long time. So there's that to come. Also, I'm going to do a quick video on how to identify trees, you know, using an identification book, a tree ident book, because again, it's not as easy just opening the ident book and going, yeah, it's that tree. So yeah, just a little video just to kind of get you guys out there identifying trees that you don't know nothing about. So really, that's kind of you know, an underlying reason why I set the channel up in the first place was to get people out there used to trees and plants that they're not used to. So yeah, going to do that. And also me and Steve are going to do some more different ways of setting up the stretcher bed that I purchased from Military Mart. One of the reasons being is we're not dissing or we're not sacking off hammocks in any way, shape or form, but it's just like an alternative to going out there with a hammock, a way of getting you up off the floor, because obviously last year was absolutely sodden, and if this year's got anything to go by like last year, then we're in for a wet one. Touch wood that we're not, and it's going to be a nice fine one, but it is good to know how to get up off the floor, whether you use a sack, 2 sacks with 2 holes through it, or whether you make yourself something, or obviously get yourself onto Military Mart website and see, it is, I think it's aluminium folding bed frame covers or something like that they're there for. If you can't find them, like I said on the last video, if you can't find them, then ring Military Mart up, ask for Paul, say what is that bed that you sold Craig at Leaf Life Bushcraft, and he will send you one. I think they're about a £5, and they're a cracking bit of kit. They are really a cracking bit of kit. So yeah, me and Steve are going to, over the next couple of months, is really up to the Bushcraft show, is to find any other ways of getting that stretcher bed set up, obviously without doing A-frames, tripods like you've seen in the previous video, or the logs like we've seen in the last video. Just a point on the Bushcraft show, and also really just a general thing on Leaf Life Bushcraft. Obviously Leaf Life Bushcraft started because I spearheaded, I got a kick up the backside from Jedi Knight of the Wood, and I spearheaded to get Leaf Life Bushcraft up. It really, Leaf Life Bushcraft is an umbrella for me and my mates, not just myself, to upload videos. You've seen that with the last video that actually got uploaded, with Steve doing a little project, you know, little sheath project. It is, I mean, it was called Leaf Life Bushcraft because I subcontract under the name of Leaf Life Tree Care, myself out as a tree surgeon, as a climber to different people. So really, Leaf Life Bushcraft was just really a follow-on to that. But under no circumstances is it my channel or anything like that. Stephen Astley will be putting his 2p's worth in, as you could say. So will another mate of mine, Sergeant Moody. You'll meet him on our next trip out. He's going to be with Moody, and then also Hugh Chesney again. Is the 4 of us really go out and practice bushcraft. So you could get a video from either one of us. Like I mentioned before about the Bushcraft show, Leaf Life Bushcraft will be going to the Bushcraft show. If you see me, Steve, or any one of us that are at the Bushcraft show, then please come up and, you know, introduce yourself, have a chat. If the kettle's on, by all means we'll make you a brew. Just bring yourself a cup. I'm definitely approachable, and I would love to meet, you know, any of you subscribers, any of you guys that have seen my videos. By all means, you know, bring yourself up and we'll have a chat. But yeah, I think that's everything for up to now. Look out for the videos that are coming up. The tree, how to ident trees, and our other expeditions with Steve, Moody and Hugh. So yeah, thanks for watching this update.